Growing up, religion has never really made sense to me. My name is Mark Boutwell. I have been searching. I've been on this road searching for who I am, my ego, I guess. Really trying to learn and discover who I am and figure out um, figure out what actually makes sense to me, so I can start running with it. Growing up with religion, there's a lot of things that have always stuck out in the book as I went through various teachings. Just through going through church or whatever. Some of them being there, you should have no other gods before me. Uh, Growing up, thinking about that, they would have a sun god or a moon god or an idol or a statue or whatever. And what's really interesting in my head about all of that throughout last few years when I've been letting go of the Christianity and really gravitating to maybe an Eastern philosophy thought process of where we're on this earth as co-creators, that we are actually God. That each and every human being is a God, and that God is actually within us, meaning that we are a God. And so that and when you take that into that type of a context, and then you read those other viewpoints, you should have no other God before me. That really makes a lot of sense to me. Like for example, Sundays, and people say, well, this is the day we worship the sun or whatever. Well, is it, are we worshiping it or are we appreciating it? And then maybe sometimes some people say, give all their power to the Son. So we are God. Our own entity is God. But sometimes people forget that, I think, and they give up their power and they give their power to a son or an idol or a statue. And we got to remember that statue is not capable of getting up and moving. That statue can only stand there. It can only move when we actually get up and move it for the statue. So at the end of the day, we're giving it power. Same thing with the sun or the moon. I think at the end of the day, growing up throughout the years, a lot of people appreciated the sun, but then at some point, people began to really truly worship it and give all their energy to that thought process, and thinking that sun is what was going to give them all of their ability and all of their power every day. But what was actually going on was that sun, that energy that you feel on its face was just revitalizing you so that you could go out and be a co-creator and take action and create your reality. Going through this process of doing detoxing my body and going through liver and gallbladder flushes and these other videos you can see of going through these water fasts and removing these round worms from my gut, and that being possibly an addition to the Adam and Eve and the snake, and how the snake was not actually a physical snake, but a serpent parasites that live in our body, influencing our thoughts, because how they, at the level of what they vibrate, and how they vibrate at a lower level consciousness, and that's just where they exist. And us as human beings, we are capable of elevating our consciousness. We can choose to lower our consciousness or raise our consciousness, but the only way to raise our consciousness is to retain our power as a creator, and not give that away, and not just fall into suit of things that really have no power, and the only power they have is the power that we give. It was a thought today I wanted to share with you guys, and for anyone in this pursuit of discovering who they are, as who what I am trying to do. I'm working to discover who I am. So, have a wonderful day. Peace be with you guys. Namaste.